She loved them kids. She really loved them kids.
Friends say she would do anything for those she loved. Tonight, they're remembering a Kentucky woman who died in a fire along with 3 of her children.
Family members are talking to us about a Central Kentucky man police say was stabbed to death by his estranged wife's boyfriend.
Some lucky high school students will get to share the stage with a classic rock band tonight. I'll tell you where coming up.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 6.
Good evening. She served her country, and friends say that she worked hard to support her family. Tonight, we're learning more about a mother killed in a fire up in Maysville.
Investigators say 35-year-old Lori Doppelhauer, 3 of her children, and a neighbor all died in the fire early yesterday morning. Doppelhauer served in the Marines, and friends say she was in line to become the new commander of a VFW post. Sam Smith tells us how she's being remembered in our top story at 6.
The mother, Lori Doppelhauer, was a Marine. She was also the first vice commander here at VFW post 2734.
This is her right here.
Her picture is on the wall of the VFW along with her sister and stepfather that were also members here.
She was an Iraqi freedom combat veteran.
VFW post commander Eddie Brierly says she was in line for a promotion.
What I was doing was I was grooming her to take my job next year, take this position next year. She was looking forward to it, as I was too.
Doppelhauer and her 3 children died yesterday in their Maysville home. Those kids were 1, 3, and 10 years old.
She loved them kids. She really loved them kids.
The fire also killed their neighbor. The fire started in his back porch, and it has been ruled an accidental fire by investigators. It was a sad day for the community. Brierly says members of the VFW don't know what they'll do yet to help the family, but they will.
Everybody, everybody's wanting to get involved. Everybody's wanting to do something for her.
Doppelhauer would have been the first female commander here at the post in its history, and she'll be missed here as well as around this community. In Maysville, Sam Smith, WKYT.
A prayer vigil is being held for the victims tonight. It starts at 6:30 at the Rotary Park in Maysville. Three construction workers had to be taken to the hospital after a small wooden structure collapsed in Jessamine County. It happened at the new avenue at Nicholasville Apartments, which are under construction on East Brannan Road. Firefighters say a gust of wind knocked down a mail kiosk while the workers were there. One of the workers was trapped, but a collapsed rescue team brought him to safety.
The guy was just trapped underneath the structural members, and they just moved some of the members out, packaged him, and pulled him out of the structure. So not a whole lot to it, really.
Firefighters say all 3 construction workers had minor injuries. Construction continued this afternoon on other areas of the apartment complex.
Tonight, we're tracking the investigation into a deadly stabbing at a Bourbon County home. Paris police say a man killed his girlfriend's estranged husband. They've now charged Daniel Martin with murder. Family members of the victim, 27-year-old Jonathan Scalf, tell us he was stabbed multiple times, and they say he was at the home to visit his 18-month-old daughter. Victor Puente talked to Scalf's family this afternoon.
Police tell us they found the man they charged with murder more than a half a mile from here, hiding under a truck. The victim's estranged wife was at this home when the attack happened. Jonathan Scalf's family says he was at the home of his estranged wife when he was killed.
Loved his little girl more than life itself. That's actually what he was doing there, was to visit his little girl when this horrible thing happened.
Paris police say 29-year-old Daniel Martin stabbed Scalf, then ran from Crest Court. They used canines to track him down. They say Martin was dating Scalf's wife. Scalf's family says he was stabbed in the back and chest and managed to make it back inside the home before collapsing.
After what this family's already been through, this is just complete devastation.
In 2008, Scalf's 16-year-old brother was killed in a car crash. This wasn't the first time police had been to that home on Crest Court. In July, Scalf was arrested and charged with assault. Police say he admitted to hitting his wife. The conditions of his bond included having no contact with her and staying away from that home. His family says it'll be hard for his parents as this case goes forward. They plan on doing their best to make sure his daughter remembers her father.
Not a day will go by that she won't know.
In addition to the murder charge, Daniel Martin is also charged with tampering with physical evidence. In Bourbon County, Victor Puente, WKYT.
Scout's family tells us he used to be a sailor in the Navy and he was once a volunteer firefighter.
Tonight, we are learning some new details about what investigators think led to a murder in a Pulaski County rental cabin. Police say the victim, Danny Poor, was shot multiple times earlier this month. Today, police testified about the case during a hearing for the man charged with murder. And as Phil Pendleton tells us, police say the suspect's father will also be charged.
Friends and family packed a Pulaski County cabin on October the 11th, and police say there were drugs and drinking going on.
It's all friendly at the first. He goes to the, he's invited in, he goes to the freezer and gets some moonshine.
Jesse Brown, his father, Rexel, Danny Joe Poor, and 2 women were there. Police say that's when an argument happened, and Poor was shot dead. Detective Robert Jones told the judge that Destiny Duncan came forward as their first witness.
And she sees Jesse over top of Danny Joe Poor shooting multiple times. She takes off running out the door.
Yet police say another woman in the cabin, Kara Whitney Bell, gave them somewhat of a different story.
His dad shoots Danny Joe Poor.
Police say the confusion is that 2 different women were telling 2 different stories. Yet a closer look at the evidence tells them that Poor was actually shot 4 different times by 2 different guns.
We now know that we had 2 shooters. There's 2 different areas in the house that the gunshots came from.
Police say they believe Rexel Brown, Jesse's father, is the second shooter. The elder Brown was even brought in as a witness for the defense. Yet once the judge told him that his testimony could be used against him, he decided to take his 5th Amendment rights and step down. Police said the motive for the crime may have been robbery.
Both girls stated that there was a large amount of money. Destiny stated it was so large, she kind of done her hand like this.
The judge even stated that robbery, being an aggravator, could qualify the case for the death penalty. In Pulaski County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
The judge found probable cause against Jesse Brown and refused to lower his $500,000 bond. Police didn't say when his father, Rexel Brown, will be charged with murder. Tonight, a Lexington woman has been charged after police say she fired a shot into a neighbor's home, but they say Marinisha White told them it happened because of a nightmare. Police say White told them when she woke up, she thought someone was inside her home on Ashton Drive off Winchester Road. So they say she grabbed a gun and accidentally fired it. The bullet went into a neighboring home, but no one was injured. Police charge White with wanton endangerment.
It has been another sunny fall day across the Bluegrass, but Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey says enjoy it while you can. He is tracking some changes in the forecast, Chris.
Yep, those changes show up, unfortunately, in time for the weekend, although we need a little rain around here. Fall forest fire season is here. We don't want to get too dry this time of year, and those fall colors are now really beginning to show themselves. Look at our WKYT weather garden, seeing some of those colors out there, and chances are where you live, the color explosion is underway. Currently in Lexington, here at the station, we're down to 70, dropping fairly quickly. Humidity at 46%. Winds are calming down just a little bit. Had some gusts earlier in the day, 15 to 20 miles per hour. Defender, calm, quiet. Some high clouds into parts of northern Kentucky, and that's with a system that is well to our north. That big area of high pressure across the mid-Atlantic states, keeping all the rain well to the west of the Bluegrass state for a couple more days. But look at that area of low pressure showing up into the desert southwest. That's going to roll its way toward the Great Lakes, dragging a cold front into central and eastern Kentucky in time for those changes to arrive for the weekend. The cold front arrives and rain gets ready to increase. And when I come back here in less than 10 minutes, we will time the rain chances into where you live and talk about a pattern, guys, that's going from 0 to 60 in just a matter of a few days.
Thousands of fans packing Rupp Arena for last night's Taylor Swift concert, but one Lexington police person says that one woman didn't make it because of a scam. They say the woman found a Craigslist ad that claimed to be selling tickets to the concert. Police say the woman then did a Walmart to Walmart wire transfer of $300 to buy the tickets. But they say while someone received the money, the woman never got the tickets. Police are investigating. Tonight, the classic rock band Foreigner will play a show in Danville, and they'll be giving a Central Kentucky choir some time in the spotlight.
At each stop on the tour, the band is inviting an area choir to join them on stage. And as Sean Moody tells us new at 6, tonight it's Garrett County's high school's turn.
For a lot of these students, this is going to be the very first concert they've ever been to. They never imagined their first show would be up on stage with a famous rock band. It's not exactly your parents' choir. Well, unless your parents are Foreigner fans. Some of these Garrett County High School students are already classic rock fans, so when they got this sheet music, they were pretty excited.
I grew up with classic rock. Foreigner is an amazing band, and I love them so much.
This afternoon, they're singing at an event in Danville, and some of the Foreigner band members will be watching. No pressure.
Nerve-wracking. My anxiety is up here. I am so excited. Oh.
But the best part will be tonight. When Foreigner plays at Center College's Norton Center for the Arts, the Garrett County High School Choir will sing back up for one song. It'll be a pretty high note for this group of young singers.
Just being, like, before we even sing, just being on stage with the band is going to be like the best feeling in the world to me, because I've always wanted to be on a stage with somebody that's famous.
Tonight's concert starts at 7:30. In Garrett County, Sean Moody, WKYT.
That is so cool. Foreigner, by the way, plans to donate $500 to the Garrett County High School Choir.
I'm a fan. I'm jealous of them. Good opportunity. New tonight, the owners of a distillery say the University of Kentucky has sent them a letter about a trademark issue. Kentucky Mist Distillery has been trying to trademark its name and logo design for T-shirts and other clothing. But in a letter from UK attorneys, the university says it owns the rights to the word Kentucky. UK is asking Kentucky Mist to stop using its logo in combination with the university's, quote, source identifying color schemes. Kentucky Mist claims its products and logos look nothing like UK's logos. New tonight, the owner of an historic Perry County building badly damaged in a fire is being told to come up with a plan for the building.
The Grand Hotel building caught fire last month, destroying apartments and a restaurant inside. Hazard City leaders have given the owner of the building until Tuesdays to submit a demolition plan. The plan has to be approved by a structural engineer and the State Division of Air Quality. City leaders are recommending at least a partial demolition of the building, but they say the entire building may have to be torn down. City leaders say they want something done before the winter.
Now, you've probably seen it mentioned on TV today or social media. Today is Back to the Future Day. October 21st, 2015 is the day that Marty McFly and Doc Brown traveled to in the 1989 movie Back to the Future Part 2. The Kentucky Theater is celebrating by showing all three Back to the Future movies tonight. Part 1 started at 5, Part 2 begins at 7:25, and Part 3 will show at 9:30.